Fear. Everyone experiences fear. But for some, it can rule their life and warp their perception. But what would it be like to embody the mindset and lifestyle of a man who lives, breathes, and thrives from fear? Well, I'm going to attempt to live like David Goggins and try his insane Navy SEAL workout routine for 24 hours. But it's not just going to be for 24 hours. For the first 4 days, I'm going to be putting my body and mind through early mornings and vigorous workouts with the goal of weakening my resolve, building mental toughness, and seeing what it takes to stay hard. But first, who is David Goggins? Raised by a violent father, cheated his way through school, and struggled with obesity, Goggins became an unbreakable Navy SEAL who truly used his fear as fuel. From breaking the world record for most pull-ups done in 24 hours, to surviving the Navy SEAL Hell Week 3 times in 1 year, and running and winning multiple ultramarathons, his callous mindset has allowed him to achieve unnatural feats.
Bruce, one more to carry the boats.
So for the first 4 days, I'm going to wake up between 3 and 4 a.m, run 5 miles, do a 45-minute cycle, 100 push-ups, another 45-minute cycle, and then a strength workout. And then on Friday, I'll do David's Navy SEAL routine, which is the same wake up, 10-mile run, 25-mile cycle, a run at lunchtime, another 25-mile cycle, and then a 3-mile run.
Now, the only way I see myself surviving this kind of challenge is by having a really good meal plan. So basically, I'm gonna eat as much as I can, as often as I can, and I'm gonna track everything in MyFitnessPal to see the caloric intake, and then track all of my workouts to see the caloric expenditure. So at the end of this challenge, we'll be able to see how many calories I ate and how many calories I burned. Also, David never works out with music because he says it acts as false motivation. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to leave these at home. Okay. That is the starting weight for this challenge. We'll see how much I lose by the end of it. All right, let the challenge begin in 3, 2, 1. This is ridiculous. All right, it is 4:05 and we're gonna switch to GoPro cam. All right, let's go. There are people up at this time, which is just crazy. Okay, sort of bad news. I'm 4Ks into my run and my knees are really starting to hurt. I had a feeling this would happen because I had all of those injuries from the triathlon I did a month and a half ago. Right, both sides of my knee. And they've kind of been recurring. I know David Goggins would push through the pain, but I want to make it through these 5 days. So I'm going to probably stop running. I'm going to go to the gym and I will do the Stairmaster instead. Well, that really my plans. My knee was absolutely fried, but instead of giving up, I adjusted my goal and adapted the workouts. So instead of the runs, I would do the Stairmaster and ellipticals instead. So the Monday to Thursday routine looked a little like this. Drive to the gym, warm up, Stairmaster workout.
This is way harder than running.
Straight to the bike workout. Die for a moment, go home and make a giant bowl of porridge. Work until 11 a.m, then a 100 push-up workout. Eat a high protein and high carb lunch. So hot. Continue working until I had to drive back to the gym. Second bike workout. Strength workout. Dinner. And bed. When you do something as insane as this challenge, it's very easy to lose motivation. So one way that I'm forcing myself to be accountable is with this accountability board. But check it out. So I've created a list which has all of the workouts and all of the days that I need to complete. So I'll have this near me and in view for the majority of the time. Hopefully that will help me to stay motivated to actually get all the workouts done. But if that doesn't work, then maybe you can chat to your partner, your friends, or your family, let them know that you're doing the challenge, and then they can keep tabs on you and make sure that you're hitting all the workouts. So because the first few days were like sprinkled with extreme exhaustion, I thought it best to montage forward. So let's begin. I think I'm gonna need
one of these today. I brought snacks this time. We haven't had enough calories today. What are you doing, Aaron? Oh, I know what you're doing. No, don't do it. Aaron, turn that car around! Hi there. Could I please just get popcorn chicken, please, and 3 wicked wings? Thank you. I'll have what I'm having. I'll have what I'm having.
I'll have what I'm having.
Oh, I'm gonna regret this later.
Oh yeah. Going through my head like a jet. Oh God. Going with the lights on, turns out it started with a fight.
Well, this is just bloody rude. As if they'd play infomercials of beds.
See me in the car going right to your door. 5 minutes later, I'm down on the floor. Filling up every cup.
Today's the last day, and everything is solved. Good morning. It is the final day of this challenge. And this is the day that I attempt David Goggins' full Navy SEAL routine. This is what I've been building towards. Obviously, I'm going to be replacing all of the running, but my body is absolutely broken right now. I am beyond exhausted. Both my knees are now really, really sore. And oh man, I tell you what, this is when the mental toughness comes in. Without a doubt, because I do not want to be here. And it is 8 degrees at 4:15 in the morning. I'm the only one here. Excuse me. And my bed was really warm. This is when you get inspiration from David. And the quote where, when you think the body is done, you're only at 40% of your capability. So I'm keeping that in mind as I go into today's workouts. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for getting this far through the video. If you haven't already, please go like and subscribe. That would mean a lot to me, so that this pain and suffering wasn't for nothing. And without any more discussion, I'm gonna go and get my workouts done. So I was not in a good way. Oh, my knee is in total and utter agony. Just gonna push through. The pain was so excruciating, I could barely speak or walk. Not good. And the first few workouts seemed like the most insurmountable tasks.
Oh God, guys, I don't know if I can do this.
But David's voice was in my head, saying, you don't stop when you're tired, you stop when you're done. And my dad came down for a workout, which boosted the spirits. Now, you probably can't take me very seriously right now wearing this, which is fair enough. When you do so many workouts alone, without music, you have a lot of time to think. And I've been thinking a lot about the sustainability of this kind of lifestyle. And to be frank, it's just not sustainable at all. This is not a routine that is doable for the majority of people. But why I was so inspired to do this, despite my family saying, why are you doing this? This is ridiculous, this is crazy, which it absolutely is. It's because it's very rare that we push ourselves to such an extreme limit. Mostly because that limit scares the absolute shit out of us. And it bloody well scared me, that's for sure. In fact, I only got 3 hours sleep the night before this challenge because I was anticipating the wake up. But I personally believe it's really important to do things that scare you, because you'll be able to learn a lot about yourself during that period of time and build some confidence around your capabilities. Anyway, enough of that, back to the grind. 25 miles, 40 kilometers to the T. Oh, I'm literally hallucinating. Oh, now I have to do that again in the afternoon. First 2 exercises are done. I'm a little bit worried because my hip flexor has just completely blown out. And I've still got another 2-hour ride, plus 2 elliptical sessions. But I'm gonna take some anti-inflammatories, I'm gonna ice it, and put on some Voltaren rub, and hopefully we'll be able to get through it. I just need to survive. Let's just say the painkillers had done nothing.
But back on that horse we went for the lunchtime elliptical session. So for my last 25-mile or 40-kilometer bike ride, I think I'm gonna treat myself, actually go on a proper bike ride on the road. My knee is still McFried, so I am just gonna do my best, smash it out like David would, and I'll see you on the bike. I'm exhausted just from pumping the tires up.
Ready to rock and roll. Oh God, it's in a high gear. Come on, come on. Oh,
Well, that's a good start. My chain just came off. There we go.
that's been such a beautiful ride that I decided to keep riding. So I've done almost 50 kilometers. And that is a wrap. Day 5, workout number 4, done.
We meet again. And with that, it was time for the final session. However, so the current situation is that my knee is cooked in a bad way and I can't even do the elliptical without there being extreme pain. I went about a mile on the elliptical before I decided to call it on that, but I'm going to do the Stairmaster instead. 30 minutes on the Stairmaster and hopefully that will counter the elliptical time. Oh, this is gonna suck. With each step getting considerably more painful, I was gripping onto that Stairmaster like my life depended on it.
15 seconds left.
Done. I'm done. I survived. Well, I survived. Just. I've literally just woken up from a 12-hour sleep. And it's safe to say that
David Goggins, you have absolutely, totally, and utterly destroyed me.
So I've calculated the total calories consumed and burned. So I consumed 16,806 calories for the 5 days, and I burned 10,214 calories in total. Crazy amount of calories to burn. But I weighed myself. What the heck? I'm exactly the same weight. Looks like I nailed my meal plan. KFC was the right choice. But like I said on the bike, this lifestyle is very unsustainable. And unless you're training for an ultramarathon, an Ironman, or some other extreme endurance sport, then there's not much point in running yourself to the ground as much as David Goggins does every single day. But the message around staying hard, building mental toughness and a calloused mindset by constantly seeking out challenges and pushing past any sort of preconceived limits is an incredibly important message, because you don't truly know what you're capable of until you push past those limits. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed watching me be in extreme pain for 5 straight days. And in the words of David Goggins, stay hard, motherfuckers. Sorry, that's very rude. Stay hard, lovely, fantastic people. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.